Today I'll be reviewing Empower, a budgeting platform that might help replace Mint for you, or maybe you are for the first time deciding to start controlling your finances better with a budgeting app, and so we will find out if Empower might suit your needs. But more specifically, we will look at what Empower actually is, what or who it's best for. I'll take you inside the app to show you some of the main features. I'll share how much it costs, and I'll finally give you what we found as the pros and the cons of this budgeting platform. Thanks so much for checking out this channel and more specifically this video. Let's get into what Empower actually is. Empower works by linking just about any financial account to Empower's app. Once linked, the dashboard gives you a complete snapshot of your money. While it's as much a robo-advisor and online brokerage as a budgeting app, it performs the basic functions of budgeting pretty well. So there are several budgeting apps out there, but who specifically is Empower best for? Empower is best for net worth tracking. Now, more specifically, it's best for high net worth individuals if you are using Empower for their main investment features over their money management tools. But if you're using the money management tools, you'll probably like that there's a lot of freebies involved. All right, so now let's take a look inside Empower to see exactly what Empower really has to offer with their budgeting platform. And I'll definitely be focusing on that more than the investment components. All right, so we are at the main website for Empower, and if you want a link to get to this same place that we are at right now to sign up for yourself, you can go ahead and do that. I'll leave a link in the description below. So this takes you to the Get Started with our free dashboard. So what I'll do is I'll put my first, last name, email address, and password and see where that takes us. See if it's going to force me to use a credit card or not. Because remember, we've discussed that we like the ones that don't force you to put your credit card information in right away. So it then allowed us to launch the app or get the app. So we need to get the app because I do not have it on my phone yet. All right, so it was pretty easy to get us to this point. Right now, it's going to ask us a little more information about ourselves. So we really haven't given anything too personal, our name, our email address, where we live, not the specifics, just the town. And now it led us to downloading the app. And now we're here to tell them a little more information about ourselves. And so what that leads us to is for this area where it says push notifications. Do you want to allow push notifications for Empower Personal Dashboard? Occasionally we will alert you with money tips from our team of finance experts. This is a way to stay in the know. So I'm going to say no, not right now, but that might be something that you would like. For this purpose, I'm not really interested in that. So I'm just going to go not right now. And then this is where I'm going to be able to add my bank name or URL. All right, so we are to the main page. I was able to get some numbers in so that we are able to kind of just see how this all is really going to play out, how it really works. And if you look here, Empower Personal Cash, you can see the different accounts that we have linked up at the moment. And I'm going to just click on that little bar on the left upper side, the Know Your Money, 37%. That's going to show your net worth, your transactions, your cash flow, your budgeting, your portfolio, your investment checkup, your financial advisor. Let's just go down to budgeting for right now because that is our main focus of today. And that's what I kind of want to make sure that we hit on. And we're going to look at what is good about this app, what's not. Remember, the budgeting piece is free. You have full access to the budgeting piece with this app for free. So if I go here and I take a look, budgeting expenses, the budgeting tool allows you to set and monitor a monthly spending budget. The tool will show you all of your expenses for all aggregated accounts. So with the information that I gave this app, it was able to break it down. So I'm taking a look at where I'm at for the month. Let's go back in, and I'm at the all spending area. The all spending area is giving me access to the 15 transactions that it's saying I have made in January. So the $1,200 is all there, and then it's broken down below: mortgage, restaurants, checks, other expenses, ATM, personal care, utilities, telephone, general merchandise. So accuracy of this, I wouldn't say is completely accurate because, for example, the mortgage payment necessarily, it wasn't a mortgage payment, that was just a payment to the mortgage company, but it wasn't necessarily a mortgage payment. It does break down your restaurant spending, which is interesting. Wow. So whether or not you like this or not, it does give you a nice little pie chart. I guess you could call that a pie chart showing your spending. Now, obviously the yellow is last month and we just started this account, so it's not going to be information for that, but it does show you this month compared to last month. Let me go back out and let's just take a look at some of the other features that you have. Take a look at the net worth. You can take a look at your net worth very easily. It shows your accounts that you might have, and it's going to add it up and give you your total net worth. And then this is going to update as you do life. This will update because, as we said, this is linked to the account that you were using. So pretty interesting, pretty nice that it stays up to date. That means that you don't have to be hands-on and change things. It's going to automatically do it for you. If you want to break it down into transactions, you can easily do that as well and look at all your different transactions that you've made from that account. Now, this is only one account, but you can see there's multiple things there listed. You could search it easily. When it comes to your cash flow, you can go ahead and see your cash flow, and it's going to give you a breakdown that shows you how much you've earned or spent this month so far. So that's kind of a nice little chart there to show you that. This line shows you how you earned and spent the previous month. This compares where you are this month against the last month, so we don't have that data to show you. You can look at your income. These are the categories contributing to January 2024. So what's coming into your account, what is going out of your accounts. You can take a look at your expenses. And obviously that's going to be the list of things that you've spent money on for that month. So far we've taken a look at budgeting, we've taken a look at cash flow, transactions, net worth. Notifications are here. We don't have any notifications. Let's go down to portfolio. Link your investment accounts to track your portfolio balances, asset allocation, and holdings. So then you would be able to, just like I linked another account, you'd be able to link a brokerage account that you have, and it's going to automatically pull that information and show it all in one place. Once again, that is the best thing about these budgeting apps, is that it's going to pull the information and have it all one place rather than you have to go to from different accounts all over the place on your phone or wherever you do your investing. Maybe you use a desktop computer more, so you have to go from one website to one website. This is going to bring it all together. As we said, we're not going to go too deep into investing. We wanted to focus on the budgeting piece. Let's just take a look at a couple of our options within the app. And remember this, we haven't paid a thing. We haven't given them any of our personal information. Spend checkup, link your accounts. Okay, so that's where you want to link your accounts, like we already said. Financial advisor. So this is probably where it's going to be, where you're going to probably end up having to pay if this is something that you want to do. From your IRA to your assets and liabilities, we evaluate your entire financial life to create a personalized investment strategy that meets your needs. Our advisory services are available for investment portfolios of $100,000 or more. So if you don't have $100,000 in investments, you're not even going to be able to do this. They're only looking for clients, I guess you could say, that have at least a net worth of $100,000. And so you won't really need to worry about this. And like I said, you have access to everything else. You don't necessarily need to have access to this. Of course, unless you really want to. Remember, if you do want to have access to this, here are some of the key benefits that you will get from the service. This is just going to show you their process, how they work. And I think we've already mentioned some of those ways of how they work, but just kind of breaks it down. And this is going to go into their fees. If you look at the fees, we charge one all-inclusive fee for investment management and advice based on percentage of assets managed. So you can see the breakdown there, and I'll kind of show you that later. As soon as I get out of the app, I will go over those costs once again. And then this last part is called the currency. It looks like it's just a resource for you, article, things that are going to help you along your personal finance journey. So if we go back to budgeting, I can also find my settings, and that's just going to give me some of my personal information all in one place. If I go into that income sources, I'm just curious what that's going to do for me. Okay, so that's where you're going to put some other information in that you'd like to do. Here at objectives, you can kind of give your monthly retirement spending. This will help to give an outlook for what you're trying to do with your future. But that's really all on that part. So if I were to say, what do I think about this basic budgeting before I get into those pros and cons here after I get out of it, you're definitely a little more limited. This is definitely a much more basic way to budget your money. I would say that the app is simple, maybe I'd almost like a little more details actually when I'm looking at this, because it's a little more confusing than the other ones. I think the other ones laid it out, probably had a little better view, and you were able to be probably a little more organized, I would even say, than this like circle red and yellow. I don't know, it's just not as aesthetically pleasing as well. There's just a couple things that maybe I'm not a huge fan, but once again, it's free. So if you're not looking to spend money with the budgeting, then, maybe this is an app that you want to try first, or maybe this is more of like for beginning budgeter, maybe interested in that. And once again, the investment components of all this, that's definitely a pro, which I'll get into. The investment components are definitely where Empower is its best. But once again, you pay for that, and remember, you have to have $100,000 net worth even in order to be able to unlock that part of the app. So now let's talk about the cost. I'm going to go ahead and get out of the app. We'll get into the costs and the pros and cons and kind of summarize what we saw as we were looking at this app. When it comes to the cost, the app for budgeting purposes is actually free. You can't beat that. If you're utilizing Empower for your investment needs, then you will pay a small percentage of the assets under management. I will put what that means exactly on the screen. Clearly, the more money under management, the cheaper the rate's actually going to be. Now, specifically, as we mentioned, this video is about the budgeting features over what Empower has to offer with investing. But let's go ahead and take a look at a few pros and cons of the platform. When it comes to the pros, of course, we have to first start with the fact that it is free to use the basic budgeting features. The next pro is that they have full service customized investment management and financial planning for those with more than $100,000 of investable assets. Another pro is that you can reach their customer service by phone, which is definitely key because reaching customer service with different apps or programs can sometimes be a nightmare. Next, it's an easy to use app and provides a financial big picture, which means this app aims to offer a comprehensive overview of your financial situation. And finally, there is great security, including two-factor authentication. So when it comes with the cons, the main emphasis with Empower lies within investing over budgeting or really that money management piece. There is a high account minimum of $100,000 for their wealth management, and the wealth management fees are on the higher end. All right, so we've covered a ton of ground related to Empower, so let me just share a few of my final thoughts after researching and really using Empower. Empower, as we said, is best for net worth tracking and those looking for wealth management services, although you can't beat the free budgeting tools. Now, the paid wealth management services are nothing to bat an eye at compared with the more traditional financial advisory firm. And although the fees for invested assets may seem on the rather higher side, it's rather appealing once again compared to a traditional advisor. The financial analysis tools are quite beneficial, and I felt that the app was rather easy to navigate. Thank you so much for checking out our channel and more specifically this review. If you found this video at all helpful, please give this video a like, and to keep up to date with any future videos we release, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.